Hello to everyone, welcome to MySQL and MariaDB course. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. In this course, we will cover MySQL installation, how to create the tables, how to insert, update, and delete the data. We will also see how to retrieve data from different tables using a join statement. We will also see how to retrieve aggregated data with total sums and other functions. We will see how also to work with subqueries, and we will see also how to simplify our tasks when dealing with database using a view. When we use SAP to install a database server, we also install other servers and package. So, but we are here interested in MariaDB, and MariaDB it's compatible with MySQL. So, and we will see inside the MariaDB folder that we will have MySQL of as a name of files there. To install, we have here different versions, and the version that we choose is the example for Windows, as we are using Windows, and we press to download it. So I already have it downloaded in my download folder, and here I have the installer, so I can double click. Because of the permissions, we have to choose some folder different from the program files to install. So here we press next, and here we can choose other servers and package that we need. So the most important to use MariaDB or MySQL, and also we will need the PHP MyAdmin to as a client of MySQL server. So by default we have Apache selected, and it's very important because we will use Apache will be our web server. And now if I press next, the XAMPP will be installed in this folder. I already have XAMPP in this folder, and we can go there. So here I have XAMPP, and I have all folders and files of XAMPP. So for the case that we need to work with a database server, we have some more step. Start the server. So I can go here, and I can start first Apache, and I start MySQL. So here we see MySQL, but it's the MariaDB server, as we saw in the here in the web page that the XAMPP come with MariaDB. In case that the database will receive MN requests, we can adjust this configuration file, and here we have some parameters that we can carefully adjust the numbers, because this adjustment can also affect the performance of the local server or computer, and also we can here change the port number if we already have another server run in this port. So after this, we are ready to use MySQL. So we can go to the browser, and here we go for local host, and here we have Apache server, and we can go for to the PHP MyAdmin, and here we can communicate with a database server. We can create a database. So test one. So and I create here the database. I already created database, and we can see we can also add the tables. test one. So I also had a table here. So when we need to create tables in MySQL, we use a create table syntax, and we have here the structure where we have create table, table name, and we have the columns followed by the data type. So here we have one example where we create a table persons with a person ID, first name, and last name has columns, also have a data type. Here we accept numbers, and here we accept a test. So we have other option to create tables. We can create table from existing table. So here we use also create table syntax. We have the name of the new tables. Is here where we define the structure of new tables. But we have two options. We can get only the structure of existing table, and also we can get the structure and the data. So here we have the example where we get the structure and the data if existing, and here we had the where condition where we can in where condition we can define which data we need, or we can create new table without the data, only we use the structure. So we have an option also to create a primary key. Primary key will be the identification of each record, and here we set the auto increment, so this value will be unique. So primary key, it's very useful when we have tables with relationship. So when one example can be have a table students, and they also have a table of scores. So student can have scores in many subjects, but only the student it's unique. So this relationship can be one to many. Uh, this is the one way of create a primary key, and we have the second way of create a primary key, where we have only defined here the column in data type and how the number will be. And lastly, we define which is a primary key. This way of defining primary key allows us to have a multiple columns as primary key. We as we can see here, where we have a person ID and last name has a primary key. So also we have a way to create a foreign key. So when we define the columns, and we will define which column will be foreign key. In this case is a person ID, and also the reference. So the reference will be person key K1 person ID. And also can use unique function, so we can need these four columns that we need the unique values. For example, phone number, if the phone number belong to one person, it cannot belong also to the other person, so the values here will be unique. Here we have all the syntax that we saw. We can run it in a MySQL database. So I will copy. Let me and paste here. I will copy add and paste here. So I will run this all, and we successful run this syntax. So let now test the database with inserting records. So I have here some records that can be inserted, and that something is okay. 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 It's fine now. We can run this records and oh God. So here we can see the records we have here. Let's go to this one. We have here. 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 So we create a database in MySQL and we tested when we inserted the records and it worked. When we need to insert data in a database MySQL, we use a insert statement. So where we have a insert into the name of the table, the columns, and the values. The number of columns and the values have to match. Here is an example where we insert a record that have a person ID, first name, and last name. Also, when we need to insert the record in a table that we have a primary key, but this primary key is set to auto increment, we don't include this column in our statement. Also, we can get data from a table, existing table, and insert in another table. So in our statement, we can include also select statement, and we can have a condition. So to choose which data we need to pick. So here we have an example where we insert data in a table person 2, but this data we get from person, and we get data where the first name is Joseph. We also have an option to update data in a database. For this case, we have a update statement, and the update statement we have update the keyword, and we have a table name set to load the columns that we need to update, and we have work condition, and we have example here. Here we update the name, first name, last name, where person ID is 1. Also, we can update the record based on 2 or more columns, and here we can include and or operator. So here we have this example that we have we updated first name where a person ID is 1 and the last name is common. So also we have option to delete data. So if we run this statement, all the data will be deleted. And if we want to choose a record to delete based on a column, we have to add a where condition. And also we can delete data based on 2 or more columns. Here we have the script that we can run in the database to test what we saw. So let me copy and pass here. So we have here, it's okay. Let me run, and it's working. Let's talk about the MySQL join statement. So join, it's used to retrieve data from multiple tables based on a key column. So this column and both tables has to match. We use a keyword using when the name of the columns that we use to match is the same in the both tables, and but when the name are different, we use this condition. And also we can use multiple columns in a match condition. We have a different type of join. We have inner join when we retrieve the rows that match in both tables. So these key columns that we use to match its values have to match in both tables. We have left join where we retrieve all rows from left table and only those that match in the right table. We have a right join that we will retrieve all rows from table in the right, but only these that match from table in the left. We have self join. Here we perform join for same table. We create the alias of the table, and here we can use in the condition to match. And also have union where we merge all rows. So we append the rows of table 2 to table 1, and we have union all when we append all rows of table 2 to the table 1, but here we include all duplicates. And also have in and exists. So these are not joined but can be used for the same purpose. The difference of in and exists is that they can return record as many times as there are matches in the other table. So if I want to retrieve data from table 2 based on ID, so all IDs that resulting from this query, its corresponding row will be retrieved in table 2. If I have ID twice, also I have 2 rows here. It's the same with exists. Here I have some syntax to perform a join statement. So we start by creating 2 tables. So here I have table 1 and table 2. And I can see here table 1, table 2. Now I can run all. So I can run all the join statements. So I have here, so I can run. Here I have the result from left join. Here I have the result from right join, and so on. We use group by statement to have a aggregate the data. So the group statement, the group values into subsets. We have here this function and also have some important functions. So we have here some example where we have select name and we sum the quantity, but we group this quantity by name. So we have here names of fruits and we have the quantity. When we group by name, here we have the unique values of a column fruits, and we have the sum of each value. We also can include 2 or more of aggregate functions. So we a sum and we have the average, and we group by name. So here we'll have the sum, we'll have the average. And also we can instead of have names like sum quantity or average quantity, we can choose our own name. So here we have an alias of the sum quantity, and we can choose here any name. That's why we have totals quantity. And also we can order in ascending order. Here we have this example when we need to order data in ascending order, and we can see here apple, banana, orange. Here we have example where we order in the ascending order. So here we have orange, banana, and apple. We can, in our expression, we can include the having a condition. So we can see this example here where we have a having count it's more than 1. So here we will only return a summary of data that it's a value, it's more than 1. Here we have some script that we can run to test what we saw. First, we create the table fruits with ID, names, and quantity. We insert the values. We don't have ID here because it's auto increment. So also we select to see all the data, and here we run our aggregate statements. Let me run. So we create tables, we insert data, we have all the data, we group by name and have a sum of quantities. We here have a sum and the average of quantities grouped by name. We have alias of sum quantity. We have here sum quantity and we have alias here, total quantity. We have ordered this data in a ascending order, and we have ordered this data in descending order. We have no data here because we are saying we have a count more than 10. So let me say more than 1. So we can. So when I run now, I will have all the records broken because all we have Tansy apple, Tansy banana, Tansy orange. So it's the count, it's more than 1 in each name. Subquery is a select statement within another statement. Here we have a statement where we select fruit, where fruit ID it's the result. The ID will be the result from this statement. So we in this statement we have in a condition name banana, and we will get ID. So we will select the fruits that the fruit ID it's the ID that will come from this statement. We can see the example here. So here we don't have the name of fruits, but we have in this table, and we select using the name of fruits. That's banana, and ID it's 1. So here we have the records with fruit ID 1 from this table. So also we can include subquery in update statement. Here we set 1 in fruit ID, where fruit ID, the ID that come from this statement will be 2, as we can see here in the table 2, and we set to 1. So we use the subquery statement. Also can use subquery in delete statements. So here we delete the records where fruit ID it's ID that came from this statement. So apple fruit its ID it's 3. So this record will be deleted, and we will not have a fruit with a fruit ID 3 anymore. We have here these scripts that we can run. So let me select and run. And okay, so here we create the table. We insert data in the first table. We insert data in the second table. We have 2 tables, a table of fruit code and also fruits. So we see the records of first table. We see the records of second table. Here we select using a subquery. So where fruit ID is the ID that come from the subquery banana 1. So here we have fruit ID 1. Here we update the records using also subquery. So the result from this subquery it's a 2. That's why we don't have 2 anymore, because we set it to 1. And here we delete using also subquery apple it's 3, and we will not have 3 anymore. View is viewed what table based on a result set. To create a view, we have to use a create view statement and followed by a select statement. So we have some cases that we have a select statement in a main part of the code of our application. For this case, we can create views in a database level, and as we have this view, we can simply call this view as a simple statements. And also we can drop a view using this statement, drop view, and followed by the name of the view. So we have some examples of how to create views. We create views fruits. Here we have 2 tables. This first table has a ID, quantity, and fruit ID, but doesn't have name. The name we find in another table. So we join these tables and we get this. But every time to get this table with that include also name, we only have to call this view, because we have the in the select statement of this view we have the join, and we take all the fields from the left table and the name field from the right table. Also, more example, here we have a view that only select a distinct ID, fruit ID from the fruit table. So every time that we need to have distinct values from a fruit, we only call view fruit distinct fruit ID. So and this will be the result of this select statement. We have another example that we create view with a rollup. And here we have this select statement, and to call the result set from this select statement, we only have to call these views. And here we have from this table we have the result, and here we have total values of this, the sum of this all quantity. We can test with these statements. So let me copy and paste thing here, and okay, I think that's okay, and I can run. Here we create a table for code fruits. Here we insert data. Here we have the data from first table, data from second table. We have data from a view fruits. We have data from view fruit distinct fruit ID. We have a result from view fruits with rollup, and we drop the view. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like.